Yes, if you ask me, I will tell you that something is about to happen. Something seriously is going to happen in this present situation that we are in Nigeria. The persistent killing has confirmed everything that Americans want to confirm. And they see it as a very big insult, you know, and the whole connection has been properly, you know, linked, because these guys doing this thing, they have link outside West Africa to the Middle East. So everything has been properly mapped out, if you ask me. But before we go into that, the Fulani jihadists or the headers or whichever, these people that are doing these things, this guy is saying something that looks like, I don't know what you think about that, but listen to him first before we continue.
If you are from Middle Belt, Yoruba and Hausa, stop deceiving yourself. You are not a real Muslim once you are in Nigeria. The real Muslim in Nigeria are Fulanis. The reason why I'm making this video is because anytime I correct Muslim people, the first people that will shout and be screaming and be commenting rubbish, most of them are mostly Middle Belter, people from Kogi, people from Kwara, people from Igala, and Yoruba Muslim. Now them they scream pass. Now them they want defend the atrocity. Why they call out these people? Neither did they know that themselves, by the time these jihadist Muslim that we have in Nigeria finishing dealing with Christian and non-Muslim, and now go be the next person we they go deal with. Who told you guys that Fulani jihadists consider you as real Muslim? You are considered as infidel, just the way they consider other people as infidel. They are only manipulating you, making you to feel you are part of them. No, you are not part of. They don't even see you like Muslim. Na keferi that they see you like. That is why when Imam from Yoruba land give instruction on Muslim, you know the whole. The only instruction where they hold now from Sultan of Sokoto. Even in another Siam, recently, even the fixing of date of the Ramadan fasting, there is controversy on it. Sultan say na this one na be the day of fasting. Imam from Ibadan say na this day be the day of fasting. But a lot of people say that Ibadan no correct. Say na Sultan of Sokoto correct. Even a Yoruba Muslim guy thought say na only Sultan of Sokoto only go listen to. Say because na him be the true Muslim leader. If a Yoruba Muslim guy can say na only Sultan of Sokoto in go listen to, say in own people Imam no dey relevant, that means there is problem. So like I said, you will be Middle Belt, you will be Yoruba, you will be Hausa, you are not considered a real Muslim. You are just being used. For now, when the time come, they go run over you just the way that they run over any other person. Anyway, share your thoughts on the comment section responsibly, and for those that love to cry responsibly on the comment section. Thank you.
It's all about jihad. If not, why are they killing people and chasing them away from their community? And nothing happens. You think that America can be insulted like that? Why they are in Nigeria? No, they don't take that shit. They don't. And not with Trump and his allies, Netanyahu them.
Nigerians, come closer. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Boom. Come closer. All the security agencies, DSS, SSS, Army, Police, Naval, Air Force, Forest Guard, Vigilante, CJTF, Civil Defense, all of you come closer, because you see this one, I want to whisper it to your ears, because I don't want to say it loud, because if I say it loud, they will send men to assassinate me. So I want to whisper it to your ears. Come closer. It's about to go down. Hey! As it stands right now, as it stands now, you see, I feel pity for all the whole security agencies in this country. I swear to God with me. As it stands now, I feel pity for all of you. All the whole security agencies, I feel pity for all of you. Especially the ones that have lost their lives on top of this security matter. I feel pity for all of you now. I feel pity. Omo, it dey pain me. It dey pain me say the people that you guys are protecting are the ones unaliving you guys. The people that you guys are protecting are the ones unaliving you guys. Guys, the thing when I get from my hand here, what I have on this my palm, if I blow them, if I whistle it out, I know that they will send people to assassinate me. The only option they have is just to assassinate him or kidnap him, make it look like a kidnap case, from there poof him. Because if they arrest me, that one will be better, you know, and they cannot assassinate me like when they are, you know, the hand. Because if they arrest me, people don't already know say English and Aja have been arrested, so that's a safe landing for me. So they will not want to do that. They want to just take him out, make it just be like saying hitmen after him, or they send people to, maybe they kidnap me, then kidnap scene and others guy. You understand? So that is why I will make sure that as I'm bringing out this expose, I will not mention names, because I still have a lot of work to do. Guys, come closer. Yo! So, on the 7th of April 2026, 7th of April was on Tuesday, a certain local government chairman in this north, a certain local government chairman in a certain state, held a meeting with all the bandit leaders of that state. He held a meeting with them on the instruction of it was the governor that, you know, he was just representing the governor there. You know, the governor tell us to make it go, and the meeting was that these people should prepare their passports, that they will be going for Hajj in Saudi Arabia, the forthcoming Hajj. Nigeria, what I'm telling you is nothing but the truth. I swear on top of my life. On this 7th, on Tuesday, I have it here. It's here. It's in this my phone. I will transfer them before they crash. Again, just the same way they crashed the other one. See how the thing they pay me. So, and there are a lot of you guys there have been working all your life. I believe that a lot of you guys are policemen, military, civil, like DSS. A lot of you guys want to go to Saudi Arabia, but you guys have not saved enough to go there. But now, a governor is sending the people that are unaliving your colleagues, unaliving innocent Nigerians, to go there, to go for Hajj in Saudi Arabia, which I tell you a fact. Hey, Nigeria, Oti law. Nigeria, it don't go. Nigeria, Oti law. Nigeria, it don't go. You know the story, guys. You know the story. As they hide them, the English Alhaji, they bring them out. I dey active. Make I go transfer this data here. I go transfer here before they crash this phone. I get on for pocket.
There were those in the middle belt in years gone by who stupidly joined in committing genocide, dishonestly I must say, against the people of Biafra. They called it a civil war. They said they fought that very war to unite Nigeria. That same Nigeria is now killing everybody.
Donald Trump is saying, if Nigeria cannot protect Christians, we are going to move in viciously, and we are going to do so to protect Christians. And I think Trump is being advised that the Nigerian government is working softly on this issue because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Muslim, because Vice President Shetima is also a Muslim, and that if it were different, they would behave differently. But from where I sit, that is not necessarily the case. The situation in Nigeria must be understood from a historical context. And that history gives you a Nigeria which, when the North and the South came together, there was what could be described as the Muslim North, and for want of a better term, the Christian South, or largely Christian South. But remember, there are also other African religions, but that is the preferred definition. With the consequence that Nigeria has always had tension of one kind or another, the tension that led to the civil war in Biafra, which was not founded on Christianity at all, and of course the many coups d'etats that saw at that time in the 1960 of the killing of people like Ahmadu Bello from the north, and the imposition of the military administration. But to come to more recent history is that there are elements within Nigeria in the north, and this came to the fore in the year 2009 with the formation of what is now popularly known as Boko Haram by Yusuf Mahmoud. When Yusuf Mahmoud formed Boko Haram at that time, there were a number of things that were defining the philosophy. And remember that the version of Islam that he propagated is Salafism. And Salafism is a sect of Sunni Muslim. And their argument was that they want to restore Nigeria to the original Islam as was practiced by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. When that happened in 2009, of course, Muhammad Yusuf was arrested. And when he was arrested and he died in jail, he became a martyr. And that changed the complexion of Boko Haram, which means Western education is bad, if you are to render it in simplistic terms. And the whole idea, and this is what they were selling at that time, what is the value of this education where you get education but there are no jobs, there are no opportunities? And that appealed to very many young people in northern Nigeria. And that is why it is characterized as Muslims rising against Christians. When Mahmoud Yusuf died in prison and Abu Bakr Shekau then became the leader of Boko Haram, there were then quite a number of splits within the Boko Haram that we knew, with allegiance being declared to Al-Qaeda in Iraq and in Syria. Meanwhile, activities then heightened and they started killing persons because of their religious affiliation. But it must also be remembered that even Muslims were killed in the process. But the declaration was that we want to Islamize not only the northern part of Nigeria, but the entire Nigeria and introduce Sharia law. But these activities were not confined to Nigeria. It was along the Chad basin, so that Chad was affected, Niger was affected, and even Cameroon was affected. But of course, the theater of action is Nigeria. The consequence of that now has been that they have engaged in activities which have led to the death of many. You remember the bombing of the UN offices in Abuja, which led to the death of 23 people. You remember the Chibok girls, when they raided schools and picked the Chibok girls, some of whom are still in custody. And when, of course, Shekau himself died, or is said to have committed suicide because there were splits within Boko Haram, we now have a situation where we have an organization which has different factions. And these factions are operating sometimes at cross purposes, and Boko Haram has been declared as a terrorist organization. And the effect of Boko Haram has been therefore to antagonize Christians. And we know that Christian clergy have been targeted. We know that churches have been targeted. And you've now created an environment that depicts these particular activities as targeting Christians. And indeed, there are Christians who have now come out and say that we are going to organize ourselves in order to resist this. But that must be contradistinguished with certain sober voices within Islam in Nigeria who say that this is a terrorist organization, should be seen as such, and we should therefore not condemn the entire Islam. But as the saying goes, bad news spreads faster than good news.
You know, sometimes you try to read meaning into the situation. Americans have their soldiers in numbers here in Nigeria. They have their aircraft already positioned. Are they here for something? Yes. Is the killing still going on? Yes. So, and you think that nothing will happen. These guys that are doing this thing, they think that nothing will happen. Just wait. God will keep us alive. We will see how it's going to end. Everything has been properly mapped out. US, Trump. Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's see. Before we, proceed, let's watch this.
You see, this Islamic people, it is me and you guys who on this social media space. It is me and you guys. Because you see, what you don't tolerate from others, that you want others to take from you, will not work. Because there's this popular saying that says, do unto others what you will have them do unto you. Isn't that the popular saying? Yes, it is. Saudi Arabia is the only country on earth with zero church, zero opposition religion. No other religion is allowed to practice publicly in Saudi Arabia. That is correct now. Of course, that is correct. And we all know what Saudi Arabia represents. It is the headquarters. It is the capital of Islam. Upon Saudi Arabia, in Saudi Arabia, Islam was originated and generated in this world. They control Islam. You get the point now. Every Islamic law, every order come from Saudi Arabia. You get the point now. Now, you don't accept any other religion. And this same you is going to other people's country with the agenda of taking over. Tell me why they should not be beating you anywhere they catch you. Tell me why other countries don't have rights to be deporting Muslims. Like China is doing. You have to be caught, thrown into the cage, or be sent to a rehabilitation center like China is currently doing. Because mentally, something is wrong with you guys. Of course, you don't allow, not even, see, you guys watching this video, do your research. Saudi Arabia is the only country on earth with zero church. It's not as if the church means anything, though. It's also another branch of madness. But if you are trying to say, don't do this to me, make sure you also don't do it to others. You get the point? How can you say zero church in your country and you are building mosque, trying to take over other people's country? Who gave you that monopoly? I don't get it. The same Islam that is the youngest of all religion, because you guys are violent. And like I said before, if other religions are not choosing to fold their arms and be weak and act like a coward, Islam will understand that not only them have the monopoly of madness. You don't allow other religion to exist in your place, and you want to exist in their places. You guys are mad. In fact, you are crazy. So other countries should learn. If a Muslim man is in your country and is misbehaving, send him back to his wherever he comes from. Every country that want to be religiously mad, that want to practice madness called religion, should be caged in their territory. You get it? That is just it.
Well, you have seen that, and my own is not just about what I feel. I try to bring to you guys what others are saying concerning this same situation that we are talking about. So it's not because because everywhere is calm, as in terms of counter reactions. Everywhere is calm in that regards, but we are very sure that something is cooking, seriously cooking.
This video is going to trigger a lot of people, but I will say the truth. Now fact, una go verse, una go only verse, now no fit do me anything. Now, a lot of Nigerians, all Nigerians are delusional. Especially that tribe where they make them to be three major tribes in Nigeria. Hausa not even they among. The Yoruba and Igbo, they are the most delusional people I've ever seen. I know say I'll get a lot of insult for this video because una know they like truth, but I go always stay here to tell una the truth. Yoruba and Igbo, una get problem well, and because of una problem, na im put Nigeria into this problem all day. Let's even forget about the corrupt politicians, the mistake our forefathers have made. But what of this generation wey be say they no just get sense? Let's talk about this generation wey be say distraction don kpai them finish. Let's talk about this generation wey be say they are always keyboard warriors, they are always internet warriors. Now I post a video claiming Benue State is gone, Yoruba land is gone, Enugu is gone. I no even thought say all Igbo land, I say Enugu is gone. He saying Benue State is gone. Are there not still people in Benue State? But it's gone. Now when I say Yoruba is gone, is at the peak of it. Your state will be gone very soon to jihadists, whether we like it or not. Many years to come. It's out there, it's playing, but una go dey deny just to cover shame. I don't know the useless shame una wan cover. Igbos, when I say Enugu is gone, a lot of people say no, don't put Enugu in your mouth. Stop calling Enugu. Must you call Igbo? Any small thing una go dey call Igbo. Who dey call Igbo because of say we want trend or so? I'm calling Igbo because na fact, and I'm not even calling all region in Igbo land. Whether you guys like it or not, Enugu is gone. And let me tell you, those of now where they feel say Igbo land never go. Mind you, all the old tribe for Nigeria, people wey don try to resist Fulani ever since na Igbo people. But make una resist them from now till tomorrow. The day wey they wan take over Nigeria, they will not spare Igbo. That is one thing you guys should know. Because when they talk say Igbo land is gone, una go dey form keypad warrior. They are not gone. Remove Igbo out of your life. But you talk about Igbo and all of that. It's not about talking about Igbo. It's about facts. Whether una like am or not, all una government, they don't buy them. All una billionaire, they don't buy them. Now you will be saying na common Nigeria won't fight Fulani. Yeah, I give credit to now. Where una dey donate money every month just for security reason in Igbo land. I commend una, good work. And shame to Benue people wey be say they no dey even contribute anything. Wey be say they no dey even try. Shame to some of you Yoruba people wey dey endanger your brother's life, all in the name of politics. Now they play politics with una own life. Now Igbos that always say, oh, they cannot take Igbo land. Let me quickly remind you something. Now you guys donate every month, which is okay. Una dey try. My people know they donate. Shame on them. But your donation is every month. Now when it comes to Fulani, their ransom is every day. Fulani are collecting ransom every day, and they are not collecting 10,000, 50,000. These guys are collecting billions for ransom. These guys are collecting millions for ransom. Now if these guys want to buy any weapon today, they go buy them from Arab country. Even if Arab country no wan sell for them, they go use the means of saying no, they won't use that weapon fight infidel for Nigeria. That is why they are buying it. Now the Arab country go sell for them. Now my Igbo brothers that are saying, oh, they no fit take my land, they no fit take my land. The weapon wey Fulani get as e stand, una get am. Make we stop all these keyboard warriors, internet warriors. Why the Fulanis are foot soldiers, that they do their thing, no be for internet, they do am physical with. But many of us go dey internet, they brag. They cannot do like that in my region. They cannot do like that in my region. Do you think any region will be safe by the time they start dealing with us? Mokuna, the same Enugu way they defend now. A lot of them now, they don't convert to Muslim. They don't even teach them how to recite Islam in Igbo language. Your governor is a seller. If me, I dey insult my governor, una think say I be mumu. Now because of say I like truth, I dey come outside come talk truth. But a lot of una no like truth. I want to defend una failure so that I no go be like shame for una life. Make una continue. Ihumufu is a community in Enugu State. Have you recovered them from jihadist attack? Make una dey. Make we forget shame. Make we cry to the whole world say we are in trouble. Every tribe in Nigeria is in trouble, and jihadists will overrun them. Whether Igbo, whether Hausa, or whether Yoruba, these people get weapon pass una. No matter how una try to defend them. Now if girls defend una self, they go still run over una if una no come together and do the necessary thing. Anyway, share your thoughts on the comment section responsibly, and for those that love to cry, cry responsibly on the comment section. Thank you.
All right, viewers, we are done with that, and your thought is very important concerning our videos, and don't forget to like and also share this video. I am still Chinedu until I come your way next time.